So welcome to our free Zoom, which is what if money were looking for you? So I know you guys kind of like curious, how is it possible that money is looking for me? But in reality, actually, that's what's true. Our conversation today will be based on access consciousness, which was created by Gary Douglas and co-created by Dr. Dane Hare. And we will be discussing the tools that can create an abundance, which is actually the name of my business, Creating Abundance with Ease. But saying that, you're like, but wait, what if I don't have money? What if everything is about our points of view? Our point of view create reality. This is an introductory seminar or webinar or whatever you can call it about the tools of access that can help change reality. I know my reality was changed completely by access consciousness when I found it 14 years ago. I was in a lot of debt. My ex-husband, who was a drug addict, left me with $70,000 on credit cards. And I wasn't working because I was after surgery, open heart surgery. So I had to quit medical field. I am a doctor, medical doctor, family practice to be precise. And I was practicing for over 10 years before at 37, I ended up with open heart surgery, which created a lot of havoc in my life, creating that I couldn't work. So I had to find a different reality with money, with family. Had to get didn't have to, but I chose to get a divorce. And all my life I was searching for something different. I was doing Akashic Records, was working toward being a teacher, and found access in one of the classes that I was actually teaching Akashic Records, and I liked it. I took my first bars over 14 years ago. And as we say, it can feel like a nice massage. Well, it didn't feel like a nice massage, to say it lightly, but it truly changed my reality. And what I found out, that money were looking for me. I was the one refusing it. Because universe is ready to give us everything. Universe is abundant. There is no lack in the universe. Look at the nature. If you go into the forest, even in the winter, there is so much of energy there, such peace, such abundance. And yet, as people, we often contract. We often decide that we don't deserve what nature has to offer. A lot of times we hide from money because we decided that we have interesting point of view that money might be dirty, money might be evil, money is root of all evil. How many of you actually truly heard that expression and resisted that or align and agree with? Because in reality, it doesn't matter if you agree with a point of view or if you resist and react, you actually get it. You put it in your subconscious and it drives your life. And here is Bella, my little co-facilitator, who loves energy and who loves being when I facilitate. So what are you here to contribute, darling? Because animals do not have points of view. They are here and they receive. Look at this creature. She's like, I'm here and I'm going to receive your pets, no matter what you think. We, on the other hand, If people would like to gift us something, what do we do? Oh, no, 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 thank you. I don't need it. Truly,
Yes.
how many of you are literally refused receiving when people were giving you money, thinking that it was nothing that I did for you? Or if you do receive a gift, you always have to give it back more than you received. If somebody gave you a gift for $10, you will automatically give them something for 20. I want to see a show of hands. How many of you do that? Yeah, I thought so because I used to be like that. And that's what actually blocking our receiving. Because if we have points of view of we don't deserve, if we have a points of view that, oh no, I don't do much, this is kind of like nothing for me. Because truly, our gifts, we don't value because we think that everybody can do that. When in reality, it's not true. I know I've been there. I've done that. I truly like, to me, facilitation comes very easy. And in the beginning, I'm like, everybody can do that. That's so easy. And yet, I didn't value it. I thought that it was just something that people can do all the time, and I shouldn't charge for that, especially with Akashic Records. I grew up with spirituality where, oh, you give everything for free because people need it. Guess what? I found out. Totally opposite. When you give something for free, people don't value it. When I was just starting, not only did I not charge, I kind of like, oh, you pay as much as you can. And people said, oh, it's too expensive. Then I started charging $50. And people was like, oh no, that's too expensive. And then I found out person who refused to pay me $50 because it was too expensive went to a restaurant, spent $100 there the same day. It's just a choice. And we don't even realize what we're choosing because a lot of our points of view drive our lives. To receive means that we need to be that. If we are to receive money, we need to be money, meaning that we cannot refuse money. We cannot have judgments about money. Any judgment we have about anything limits our reality. Any judgment that we have is a point of view, perspective. And it's almost like a pinhole through we look at the world. And we have multiple pinholes, which do not allow us to see what's out there. It creates the universe with tiny little world where we can choose only what our judgment tells us. I would like to do a little meditation. But first, take a look where you are right now. Just sense, where are you? Are you in your body? Are you outside your body? Or are you bigger than your body? And you can just put it in the chat, whatever you sense. There is nothing wrong with anything. Because sometimes people are fully in the body, which is fine. Or sometimes they're just in their heads, or in the heart, or in the foot. I've had people say, oh, I feel like I'm just in the foot. because we contract a lot of times, and especially when we are under stress. How many of you right now are under stress? I would say probably 99.9% of us are under stress with everything that's going on in the world. What if it's not a wrongness, but just a choice? What if there was no wrong choices? Yeah. And what if you could choose something different? I wrote a book, Choose Joy, Choose You. And in there, I talk a lot about different tools. So ask for your barriers to go down right now. Just feel your body either sitting or laying down, whatever is comfortable for you. And just feel the edges of you where you are, fully in your body. Now, allow yourself to pull a little bit of, or a lot of, pearlescent light like a pearl. Think of the pearl. Pull that from the crown of your head, pull it in your body, and allow it to permeate every cell of your body. And just allow it to exit through your feet. Now pull the energy through your feet and allow it to go through your head and mix it in the heart. And allow that energy to go maybe a little bit outside your body. Kind of feel your aura. And then allow yourself to expand that light. Maybe a mile or kilometer, depending where you are in the world. Kilometer out in all direction or mile in all direction. And then go more. 10 miles, 100 miles in all directions. And you don't have to go slow because you're probably already a million miles out. And just sense, how do you feel? Sense your body and sense your being, because your body is now inside of you. It feels different. How much more can you receive if you're actually expanded? And by the way, if you signed up for the class, you will get the recordings, or it will be on the YouTube, available to everyone, and you can listen to that meditation over and over again. Also, you can just download the meditation from my website, creatingabundancewithease.com. It will kind of like put you on the email list for my newsletter. I don't send out a lot of emails. It's once a month email with all the new information, new tools, maybe podcast. And by the way, I did start podcast again. So you're welcome to listen right now. I think episode 3 is up and episode 4 going next week. So what if you be that space all the time? How much can you receive? And just sense the money in the world. In that expanded space. First, okay, I can see as soon as I said money, you contracted. Cool. So let's expand again. Just pull that pearlescent light. More, and just feel yourself with that light. And with that light, see all the money in the world, in the universe. Just see it. Don't pull it in yet. Yeah. See how it's going from all directions? Just moving, and it's just like molecules, constant motion. What if we can just pull that money out? Because money is actually looking for us. Universe is trying to gift us. Let's allow ourselves to receive maybe, let's say maybe 0.5% more. 1%. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pot. All 100 shorts, boys, poets, creation, based on BS. I'm using a clear statement. If you're not familiar with that, that's okay. You can go to the website, theclearingstatement.com, and look at the information there. For now, it's just a vibrational frequency that allows us to clear the energy that's stuck. I wasn't going to use it because it's just a short class, but energy asks for it. I just follow the energy. It doesn't matter if you're familiar with access or not. Access stands for access consciousness. What if you could let go of the limitations that's not allowing you to receive more money? You don't have to know which limitations are those. What if you just ask all the limitations right now? Okay, maybe not all of them. Okay, I get it. They're valuable. They're so valuable to you. Just allow maybe 10% of that, maybe 5% of the limitations that's in the way of you receiving. Just allow them to dissipate. And by the way, how many of those limitations are not truly yours? And I'm going to be talking about very simple tool, very basic tool, which is learned pretty much at bars classes, at intro classes. Question of who does it belong to? Just by asking that question, who does that belong to, truly clears the energy that's not yours. Because 99% of our limitations, our belief system, our judgments do not belong to us. So let's do it for maybe like a few times and send it back to the source, to the sender, to whoever desires it. So who does it belong to? And just send it back to sender. Just sense your body, any sensation, any pain, any discomfort. Who does this belong to? Whew. And send it back. Ask, what limits my money flows? Who does this belong to? And send it back. What points of view do I have about money that not allowing me to have millions of dollars with ease? Truth, who does it belong to? Return it back to sender. And by the way, if it comes back, like if you feel like it lightens up in your universe and then suddenly it comes back, it means you bought it on some level. You internalize it. So you can just ask it to be destroyed and uncreated with a clearing statement. If you don't know it, you can say just POC and POD, POC, POD, which is point of creation, point of destruction. Kind of like a short speak for the clearing statement. So whatever you bought, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creation, base and beyond. Whew. How do you feel? Lighter? So what if, by the way, that's another tool. Again, very basic, but amazing that the power it has to change lives, light and heavy. We call it light and heavy, but anything that's true will feel light. Anything that is heavy is always a lie. And it doesn't matter If you feel like it's the truth, if it's heavy, it ain't the truth. If it's light, that's what's true. That's why we can do a lot of clearings to create the lightness, which is the truth. Truth of who we are. Because the truth is we are joy. We are ease. We are abundance. We are all of those things. We are health. We are everything that creates more is what's true. Everything that creates less is a lie. Every limitation, every judgment is a lie. I'm going to be doing a series of calls about money, which is called How to Become Money, based on a book by Gary Douglas, which is a workbook, which we'll be doing a lot of exercise from the book, lots of clearing, lots of facilitation in the 10 weeks that's coming up. You're welcome to join or don't join. If you like where you are, if you have abundance, if you have everything you desire, don't join, because then you'll have even more. How much more? I wonder. I wonder if we can have reality beyond what we have right now. What if we can have more money than we can even imagine that the universe is willing to gift us beyond what we decided we can have? I remember first starting with Access, and it was a funny exercise to ask, money come, 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 money come. And I started doing that. By the way, don't use that, because that might change reality with money as well. I'm being sarcastic if you didn't get it. I started saying that. After about a week, I started getting some weird checks out of nowhere. I'm not kidding you. I got $2 rebate. I got $5 rebate. I didn't feel it out, but suddenly they were coming. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. This thing works. So what would it take to have more? Actually, I would say that now. At that time, I'm like, oh my God, how did I do that? Immediately blocked the whole thing. I'll give you a secret. When you do that, the idea of doing that is from the place of wonder, from the place of like a child of innocence. It's like, I wonder what would happen if I do that. Not like, oh, I have to do that so I can get money. Doesn't work. That totally doesn't work. The first time I did it from the space of wonder, it's like, I'll use that tool. Let's see what happens. And then I'm like, ooh, how did I do that? Is means and modalities where we're trying to dissect it and try to kind of like repeat that, which never works. Energy is always flowing. When we try to dissect, we go into definition, into judgment, because any definition is a judgment and a point of view. And it immediately limits it to the tiniest little point of view. And each one of us has different points of view. But what if we can look from any point of view? Because children, I have a grandson who is 3.5. My God, he facilitates me nonstop because he's always in motion. He's always wondering about, what is this? What is this? What is this? He's always joyful. Even when he's not, when he's throwing a tantrum, it's in the moment. He doesn't have a judgment about the tantrum. He's like, I want what I want, and it is now, and you're going to get it. And when he doesn't, and I'm not talking about throwing a tantrum at the universe, because that doesn't work. When he throws a tantrum, he doesn't get what he wants. The idea is being in that space of joy. When he's in that space, he receives everything. And he's learning more and more that when he asks nicely, he gets it. What if we start asking the universe? By the way, how many of you are asking the universe for what you actually desire? Do you actually know what you desire? Because I didn't. I truly did not know what I wanted in life. I remember when I got divorced, I'm like, what do I actually like? I had no idea who I was, because I cut so many parts of me to please other people. How many of you are doing that? Nonstop. I know I was doing it nonstop. If you're not doing that, oh my God, bless your heart. So I would cook what my husband liked, or what my daughter liked, or what my mother liked. At a certain point, I had no idea what I actually liked to eat. So I started asking my body, universe is like, show me what I desire. Certain things I would get that I did not like. I'm like, okay, not that, not this. I like this. I'll choose that. This is about how much are you willing to receive? How much is your choice for you? I know I would always leave everything for everybody else. I would give the best piece of the cake to my daughter, or maybe not the cake, but everything. You know what I mean? And now I still probably do the same thing, but from a different space. What will it create more? Giving her a bigger piece of cake, or just pleasing equally? Years ago, Gary and Dane were talking about 51%, 51 versus 49%. And it's about, we give the power to other people. We give them 51%, and we function at 49%. You know what I'm talking about? Equivalent to the business board of directors. Somebody has 51% and another person has 49%. So he has control over the whole business instead of functioning 50-50. Years ago, sometimes I still do that, giving other people 51% of power. But what if we actually function 50-50 with ourselves and with the universe, and allow us to receive 50% or 100%? How much are we limiting ourselves in that? Would you let go of that? And who does it belong to? Because did you notice how heavy the energy got when I started talking about 51%, 49%, and control? How much did you contract in that moment? How much did you realize that you're functioning at that level instead of being 50-50 with everyone, including yourself? Making yourself a priority. Making ourselves a priority doesn't mean that we take more. It's about including us in the computation of our lives. Everything that not allowing you to be that, let's destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, buck and butt, all 100 shorts, boys, bowls, creation, base, and beyonds. How are you feeling right now? How many of you have courage to go on to the next 10 weeks of exploration of becoming money and becoming everything? That's my invitation to you. What if you could have everything? What if you could have more than you can imagine? Thank you so much for being here, for joining me in this journey.